gathered friends, listen again to our legend of the BIONICLE.
Long ago on the island of Okoto, it was a time of peace. After centuries of slumber, Ikimu the Mask Maker had been awoken with the help of the mighty Toa, 6 heroes destined to save the island from darkness. These 6 tribes of Okoto could once again come to live together in the city of the Mask Makers. The Toa were not finished in their quest, however, for Makuta's dark shadow still lingered over the island, shaping events for his dark conquest.
Hey, watch it!
Sorry!
Need some help there? There. That should be all. You going to be able to make it on your own? Or should I call Labor to guide you through the overgrowth?
No. I'll be fine. Thank you, Topa Hatu.
Greetings, Tuku. Glad to see you back in the city. How many more villages are left to be cleared?
Not many. We're almost completely moved in.
Good to hear.
You have new armor, I see?
Yes, Ikimi just finished forging it for all of us. He said it would help us better commune with our elements.
Oh dear.
What's that one's story? He doesn't seem to be like the rest of you.
He's not. He's something of an outcast. Never really fit in growing up, so he kinda just stuck to the outskirts. The mask that was passed down to him was broken soon after he received it, so he wears one stylized after your previous Mask of Power. We call him Okmu.
Seems like a bit of a klutz.
He just needs to watch where he's going and slow down, really. He's a good kid, just a little bit on the weird side.
Master of Stone?
Yes?
Toa Taihu requests your presence in the fire district. There's been a bit of an incident.
I'll be right there. Talk to you later, Nuku.
Breathe in and out. To be the best that you can be, you must calm your inner self. Stop your inner ground from quaking, or your inner seas from tossing and turning. Feel the power your element can give you, a solid foundation or a tranquil lake.
Remember to keep your back straight. It will help you to find your center.
And now we rise. You are all well on your way to calming yourselves. I know the transition to peace has been difficult for you all, but we can work through any problems you have together. Until next class.
I think these meditation classes you've started are really helping, Onua. You should see about expanding them to the other tribes. These villagers shouldn't have to keep a warrior's mindset any longer.
It would appear the villagers aren't the only ones benefiting from my class. Ha ha.
Ow.
Having a nice nap there, Liwa?
I was, until you water splashed me.
What were you even doing up there?
Well, I was working on helping the tree grow, but Onua's voice turned out to be just so soothing.
Well, if you're done napping, maybe you could go work on the saplings in the new park, where the arena used to be.
Sounds good. Glad to know if I need to sing them a lullaby, I know who to call.
Is he really still up there?
He's worried about the city.
Pahatu,
Hello, Tohu. What's wrong?
why don't you hear it from them?
I'm innocent.
Punish Kiwi!
One at a time, please. Nuri, you tell your side first.
So, here's this house that I've chosen to live in. I'm working on moving my stuff in, and a friend asked me to come help him with a broken card. I leave for maybe a half hour, and when I come back, I find my grandfather's mask shattered. It's been passed down my family for generations, dating back all the way to when our ancestors lived in this city. It's a cherished heirloom, a historical artifact even. So I come back to find it broken and no one around, but I did find this.
Kiwi.
That's me.
With all these clumsy stone Okotians running around fixing buildings, he must have accidentally smashed the mask. Or worse, done it on purpose.
For the third time, that hammer went missing yesterday. I wasn't even near here when your mask could have been broken.
Were you with anyone?
No.
Then how can we believe you?
See the problem I'm dealing with here?
Aha. Have you asked around? Maybe someone saw something happen.
We've already checked. No one was around.
So, what do we do then?
I don't know. That's why I asked for you. We either have to punish Kiwi based on the evidence we've found, or believe him and move on.
Punish Kiwi!
But I'm innocent.
Maybe we should ask the protectors about this. They're the elders of their regions. They probably have to deal with stuff like this all the time.
But we're Toa. We vanquished an army of spiders and skull warriors. A little dispute like this shouldn't be a problem for us.
But we're also fairly new here. I'm going to take Kiwi to talk to Nilku. Maybe he'll have an idea on what to do.
Okay. Nuri and I will go talk to Narmoto.
Nice view up here. Even better than the one from the balcony downstairs. You've been up here for how long? It seems every time I look up, you're here in the same spot. Take a break, Kobaka. Socialize a bit with the villagers coming in from the region of ice.
I can't.
And why not?
Makuta is still at large. We may have defeated his minions, but this fight is far from over. While everyone moves in and gets comfortable, Makuta is planning his next move. We have to be ready.
And we will be. We're a team, but we can't do the best we can do if you're too tired to fight when Makuta comes knocking.
I'm fine.
Are you? Why don't you put down the spear and shield, just for a little while?
I'm fine, sister. This city is not.
The city is fine. The villagers are happy, and...
No, they aren't. The tribes cannot get along. Every passing day there's a little more strife amongst them. Little things lead to arguments between them, and they immediately blame each other. They have not learned the lesson of unity as we have.
What are you talking about?
Look. Something is happening between the tribes. They are arguing, fighting. They cannot coexist in such an enclosed environment as this city.
But from what Akiru says, different tribes lived in this city and others without issue before.
Before the cataclysm and they were forced to disperse. The Okotians that are living here now are not the same as long ago. They are conditioned differently. They are not used to mingling with different regions.
This needs to be investigated.
Pohatu and Tahu are already looking into their own tribes. Let us look into ours.
So, what were you doing?
Taking a little bit of a break. I've been working in one of the buildings in the fire district all morning.
Where did you go?
I went up and had a walk along the perimeter wall and took in some of the sights.
And you're sure no one saw you that would be able to account for your whereabouts?
Plenty of Akitans saw me, but I doubt anyone from another tribe would be able to kick me out of the crowd.
This is deeply troubling. Incidents like these are starting to pop up very often. They are? Yes, they are. I've had several from our tribe say they were being accused of something or other by other Okotians without much evidence. Arkmu has accidentally knocked over a few things, but other than that, we haven't been causing any trouble. Well, everyone else thinks they are, and the problem is getting worse. If you say the villagers aren't causing trouble, then they aren't causing trouble. I don't like this.
There you go. That's it. One of these days, you'll be a great big tree. Just a little peace and quiet, love and sunshine, and you'll be there in no time. So much for peace and quiet. Okay, what's the problem, Trouble?
Tawaliwa, this moron just ripped up a grove of freshly planted zookberries.
Aw, man, I love those things. They're delicious.
Hey, my job is to finish securing the foundation, and I can't do that without proper maps. Whoever made my maps said the zockberries were going to be planted on the other side of the courtyard. It's not my fault if I tunnel up through a bunch of plants that aren't supposed to be there.
Okay, so who made your maps?
All I'm saying is that if they weren't so careless with the so-called priceless vases, then they wouldn't have been smelted for building materials.
But we didn't put them anywhere near the collection bin.
Look, I was there when we picked them up. They were in the bin with all the other junk that you were wanting us to take.
Ancient tablets with recorded Okotan history are not junk.
Okay, calm down, you two. Something more than a few mistakenly placed objects being smelted is going on here.
So, the jungle Okotian did what, again?
Swung through on a vine like an idiot and smashed a wall that the stone Okotans had just finished. They say they won't be able to get to it for a while because of the schedule they're on.
And you saw the vine swinging happen?
No, but I was the one who found the damage.
So, who saw it happen?
It was... Wait, who did see it happen?
I take it we're all aware of the situation.
Yeah, the villagers are all at each other's neck throats.
But why?
It doesn't seem like they can get along.
It seems like that, yes.
But something more is going on here. Every time we see a villager fighting with another, no one seems to be at fault. It is all set up.
I agree, but who's behind all of this? And why?
This may be why.
Our tribes won't listen to us, and the protectors of the other 4 tribes are still in their regions. Toa, you must do something.
We will protect her. Everyone quiet down. I said quiet! There. Now, what is going on with you all?
We can't live with these jungle dwellers. They're trying to put their plants where our pools are supposed to go.
It's the Ice Tribe that's the problem. They won't cooperate with anyone and don't contribute to rebuilding the whole city.
You're all Okotans. Why can't you live in peace with one another?
Let's forget about trying to solve future transgressions for a moment. What about the problems that have already been caused? How are we going to settle those?
We'll have to thoroughly investigate each matter until we can determine who is in the wrong.
And how long will that take? Am I going to have to be forced to endure dirty looks from Neri and his fire tribe pals until my innocence is proven?
We will get to the bottom of everything as soon as possible.
Forget as soon as possible. How about now? Who's in charge of keeping the hammers to supply to the stone tribe?
He is.
Akmu, considering his tendency to be a hazard, we figured it would be best to put him in charge of one of the few things that would be hard to break.
Okay, Akmu. Any idea where Kiwi's hammer was today?
Oh, yesterday morning. It was missing from the inventory.
Likely story. Maybe you took it and smashed my mask with it.
Why would I do that?
Maybe because you're the village outcast? You don't need a reason. Or maybe this whole thing is a conspiracy. You smashed Neri's mask with my hammer to frame me and incite war between the 2 tribes. Then, somehow, you could miraculously come out the hero.
That's insane!
Is it? No one really knows anything about you, Akmal. Are you really even from the region of Stone?
Yes, of course!
Maybe he's really an agent of Makuta, sent to tear us apart from the inside.
No, what? Are you all crazy?
I think I've heard enough.
Let's teach him a lesson!
Enough! What has gotten into all of you? We're all Okotans. We should be unified. Has my time spent asleep driven you all so far apart that the tiniest of things turned you against one another? Now, you there. When was your mask broken?
Sometime this morning.
And where were you at that time?
I was with the construction crews all morning. I can attest to this. I saw him many times.
As did I.
And there we have it. He was nowhere near the crime when it supposedly took place, rendering him innocent. You should all be ashamed of yourselves for jumping to conclusions like that. Now, return to your districts. When the other 4 protectors return with the rest of your populations, I suspect they'll have some choice words for you all.
Akmal, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Thank you, Mask Maker.
I'm disappointed in you, Toa. It should have never reached that point.
I didn't think he would get out of hand that quick.
While he was misguided. The stone villager is right. There is a conspiracy against this city and its harmony. Work swiftly to uncover it, Toa.
For the record, Toa, what happened was not your fault. We don't think any less of you.
If you'll excuse us, we're going to have a chat with our tribes.
So, what do we do now?
We need to be wary. There is a darkness lurking nearby.
Kopaka, Liwa, go up to the top of the forge and keep an eye out. If anything happens, Liwa can be anywhere in the city almost instantly as soon as you spot something, Kopaka.
We are on it.
What about the rest of us?
We patrol around the city. If we notice something, we send a signal and we'll meet up. Agreed?
Agreed.
Anything?
No, it's almost sunrise and we've been at it all night. I doubt anything else is going to happen.
You were saying? What happened?
Don't know. I was just about to ask them that.
Tucker, it was a thing. It was tall, like you, but really thin.
That make any sense to you?
No, not in the slightest.
Brothers, there was water in the vase. Whoever took the villagers stepped in the water and left a trail.
Lucky break. Come on!
The tracks. They just stop.
Did it fly away?
Maybe it jumped away.
I don't think so. Sounds a little far-fetched.
Is it?
Okay, remind me, which one was this again?
I think this one is Slicer.
Been a while, Toa. You looking well?
You are too, for someone who we last saw tumble into the bottom of a hole.
Oh, please! You really thought little foal could have defeated me?
Let the villager go, Slicer!
Oh, I planned. But first...
Didn't we bosh these guys already?
We would remain of Kota's army. I will release the villager the moment you give yourselves up.
Fine. We surrender.
Good. Now, where are the other two?
Right here, ugly!
Eviscerate them!
That's not going to work twice!
So it was you! You and your warriors tried turning the villagers against one another.
Yes. Makuta shall win in the end.
Give it up, Slicer. You failed.
Did I? Look at what they almost did today. The animosity towards one another will fester and then spread. They will remain divided. Without unity, they will never know peace.
They'll know peace when we defeat Makuta. Without him as a threat, they will grow united again.
You're wrong.
Well, glad that guy is dead. Again.
Well done, Toa. Slicer may have indeed harmed the unity of our island, but you six are an example to live up to. Being separated for thousands of years is not something remedied overnight. They might be distant right now, but they will eventually come around, and things will return to the way they once were. As the sun rises on a new day, we can have hope for the future. Now come, we have much to discuss.
They have failed. The last of Kota's skeleton army lies defeated. Everyone I have sent has failed me, including your brethren, little one. I was merciful. I sent those who would have kept the island intact. Those who would have enslaved instead of destroyed. Now, in their efforts to stop me, the Toa have unwittingly reaped their own destruction. Now I must awake he who must not be awoken, he who hunts in shadow. Oh, little Toa, you know not what you have done by trying to resist me.
The island. It has changed.
And much more than that has occurred during your slumber.
Who are you?
I am Makuta, and you and I have similar goals, Umarak. I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening.